This is how Kelly and I spent 7 days of our honeymoon in the biodiversity-rich Costa Rica. Follow us as we visit some of Costa Rica's most beautiful sights, learn about how they produce and export coffee and chocolate, traverse on suspended bridges hundreds of feet in the sky, and so much more. Maybe this can be a starting off point for you on planning your own trip here. Welcome to Costa Rica. First, we hit up La Fortuna, a small town which is located near a huge volcano called Arenal. The region is gorgeous with waterfalls, lush rainforests, and hot springs. Oh, and you can't forget the animals. That's why we have to head to a sloth sanctuary. Kelly and I are on the sloth trail. We're about to see some sloths in the Costa Rican jungle. One of the reasons why sloths are so beloved in Costa Rica is because they're really gentle creatures. They rarely pose a threat to humans and are often found peacefully lounging in the trees. It's a life I've always dreamed of. On this trail, we spot other exotic animals, such as these crested caracara. They belong to the falcon family and are opportunistic feeders, eating small mammals, birds, reptiles, and insects. They are bold and not afraid of humans. Costa Rica's rainforests offer the perfect habitat for sloths, providing plenty of tree and foliage for them to live and feed on. Despite their slow movements, sloths are well suited to their environment. Their fur is covered in algae, which help camouflage them in the trees, protecting them from predators like eagles and jaguars. Sloths also have a unique behavior of sleeping for long hours, sometimes up to 15 hours a day. As we continue on the trail, Kelly spots this little crocodile off in the distance.
Their house is under the ground. They have that type of fungus. They feed the fungus, and the fungus produce some nectars that they eat. So they're farming their own food.
What you just saw was a trail of leafcutter ants. And now, this is a tiny poisonous dart frog. This sanctuary was great. We saw about 6 sloths. We used telescopes to get really close-up views of them. Out of nowhere, it starts to rain. That's our cue to head to our hotel. Our little bungalow was amazing. It was spacious, had a convenient on-site restaurant, and check out this breathtaking view we had of Lake Arenal. Listen to all those birds. It was a tropical paradise. This is our dinner for our first night here in Costa Rica for our honeymoon.
So hungry.
We're at our hotel in Lake Arenal. We're about to head to the lake. We found out that Lake Arenal was man-made. It was created in 1979 with the construction of the Arenal Dam, which was built primarily for hydroelectric power generation. The dam is situated on Arenal River, which flows from the Arenal volcano. The reservoir formed by the dam flooded the surrounding area, including forest and farmland, resulting in the formation of Lake Arenal. Today, the lake serves as a source of hydroelectric power for Costa Rica and also supports various recreational activities such as fishing, boating, and kayaking. Oh, and just like any lake, over the years there have been occasional reports of mysterious creature sightings in Lake Arenal, ranging from alleged lake monsters to unidentified aquatic animals. Creepy! There are stray dogs everywhere in Costa Rica. People don't seem to lock up their dogs and let them run free, just like this cute little pup who was following us around when we returned from the lake. As we were walking off, a little boy came and took back his dog, since it was tempting to take this little puppy home with us. When we returned to our hut, we heard so much squawking from these green parrots that were perched up on the trees in large numbers. There were even some seeking shelter in our roof. I guess they knew a storm was on the way.
Hello.
Time for some relaxation in an infinity pool and take in those amazing views of La Fortuna and Lake Arenal. The next day, we go horseback riding on private farmland used to raise cattle and make cheese. This property consisted of hundreds of acres of land, which contained tons of plants and animals for us to observe. First, we needed to saddle up and meet the horses that were going to take us around. Kelly looks like a natural as she mounts her horse. The guy in green is our tour guide.
Pura vida!
After we're all safely mounted, it's time to set off. As you can see, the trail was really muddy, so without the horses, it would have been a difficult trek, and there was a lot of forest to get through. We park our horses and hike towards a scenic viewpoint. Along the way, the guide teaches us about the local flora. We are tasting a flower in this clip. Many of the plants look like they're from a prehistoric time period. The trail is hard to see as it's covered by a lot of dense brush. We're tasting some berries straight off the bush. Take that, Whole Foods. After we cross a few obstacles, we reach our destination and we're met with some incredible views of Lake Arenal and Arenal Volcano, which is partly covered by dense clouds. We get back on our horses and head towards a cheese factory.
Salud!
The guide gives us some cheese to sample that they produce here. It was pretty salty, but paired nicely with the beer. They did a quick demonstration on how they made the cheese in those huge metal containers. Kelly finds a new part-time job as she stirs the cheese concoction. We arrive at our last majestic vantage point of Lake Arenal, and then return on the trail back to our casita. This tour was arranged for us by our hotel, and it was a private experience of La Fortuna that many don't get to see. After a quick lunch, we decided to experience a hot spring since this is one of the things that the region is known for. However, out of nowhere, we get a rainstorm.
Yeah. Oh, baby!
hot springs in the area are special because they're heated by the nearby Arenal volcano. People come from all over to relax in these soothing waters. The hot springs have minerals that are said to be good for the skin and body. And some places, such as the one we're at, have hot spring resorts which you can enjoy the warm water in a luxurious setting. It was an interesting experience to be in a hot spring and at the same time being rained on so hard. Something we will never forget.
Just made eye contact. Oh, what even are you? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There's so many over here.
On our way back to our place, we are met by a gang of canopies by the side of the road who don't seem at all to be scared of us.
Beep beep. You gotta get out of the way, dude. They know like exactly where the car goes.
The rain starts up again and absolutely downpours for the rest of the evening. Typical rainforest activities.
Oh, this looks cool.
The next morning, we head out to our next destination, Monte Verde. But first, a snack break.
And then I was like, what else should I get? She's like, oh, the chocolate croissant's really good. And I was like, okay. She's like, it's still warm. It's nice.
Monte Verde is a beautiful place in Costa Rica that's famous for its cloud forests. These forests are always covered in mist and clouds, which create a magical atmosphere. People come from all over the world to see the unique plants and animals that live there, like the hundreds of bird species and rare orchids. Nestled in the cloud forest is our beautiful cabin. Monte Verde is known for its adventurous activities, like zip lining through the treetops and walking across hanging bridges high above the forest floor. These suspension bridges are amazing, since they give you a great vantage point of the cloud forest canopy. The canopy refers to the uppermost layer of the forest, where the majority of the vegetation forms a dense and continuous cover. In Monte Verde, Costa Rica, the cloud forest canopy is noteworthy because of its lush vegetation and unique biodiversity. It's hard to understand the scale from the video, but we are deep inside a huge, dense forest. Next, we head to a sanctuary for bats, where we can learn and observe them. Bats play a vital role in the ecosystem of Costa Rica, contributing to pollination, insect control, and seed dispersal. With over 130 species of bats found in the country, Costa Rica has one of the highest bat diversities in the world. These nocturnal guys are incredibly diverse in Costa Rica, ranging from tiny nectar-feeding bats to large fruit-eating species. While we're at it, let's also visit a frog park to see some unique species of frogs. We work up an appetite from walking around all day, so we grab dinner overlooking the town there. We made a new kitty friend along the way. We're on our way to visit another cloud forest, but as we head towards our car, we encounter an armadillo, and after that, we see a coati. There's the armadillo hiding in the bush after we startled it. The coati is trying to figure out how to rummage through the trash. We're now on a shuttle which takes us to the main cloud forest in Monteverde.
We're going to the Hummingbird Cafe.
This is a strangler fig, which is a viney plant which eventually takes over its host. Even though it sounds super creepy, the strangler fig plays a crucial role in the forest ecosystem. Costa Rica is the place to be for bird watching, and we're on the lookout for the resplendent quetzal bird. This isn't it. This isn't it either. It's a hummingbird. This is a huge tarantula burrowed into the side of a dirt wall. More interesting species of plants. After searching for an hour, we were able to catch a glimpse of the rare resplendent quetzal, one of the most beautiful birds in the world. It was a lucky day for us. Look how small Kelly is against the backdrop of the lush cloud forest. We reach a scenic point of the forest, which is the Continental Divide. This marks the point where the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea meet. In Monteverde, this division creates a unique ecosystem where biodiversity flourishes, with a rich variety of plant and animal species adapted to the specific conditions of each side of the watershed. There's a lot of fog cover up here, which adds to the mystique of the cloud forest. The Monteverde cloud forest was once home to the golden toad, a unique amphibian species known for its vibrant orange color. However, the golden toad mysteriously disappeared in the late 1980s, and its extinction remains a puzzle to scientists, with factors such as climate change and disease cited as reasons for its disappearance. Today, the cloud forest is still continually changing due to climate change, and the people here fear that it will be a much different place in the near future, with less life and vibrancy. We take a quick break at Monteverde Brewing Company and enjoy some beers with appetizers. We head to a butterfly garden to catch an up-close glimpse of the blue morpho butterfly, which is the iconic butterfly of the Monteverde cloud forest. There it is, so majestic. This is an exoskeleton of a tarantula, and that's a stick bug on top of her head.
To kill the embryo inside the seed. If we don't kill the embryo inside the seed, the flavors or the taste that we are gonna have from the cacao, it's the same flavor or the taste like when you're eating green bananas. It tastes like nothing, like kind of sour, right? So if we don't kill the embryo, we're not gonna have like really good flavors in the chocolate, right?
After the butterfly gardens, we go to a chocolate and coffee plantation where they showed us how they grew, harvested, and prepared each plant for consumption. There's Kelly tasting some cacao. She's making a milky chocolate drink, which was pretty good.
It's like a powder, right? It's not crystallized.
Next, the guide shows us how to make sugarcane juice from sugarcane.
The name of this machine is trapiche. The original ones have these two cylinders in a vertical position, and then a big branch over here, and one ox in each side turning around to extract the juice.
These are the plants that cacao come from. Right here, she's grinding some coffee for us to drink. We really enjoyed the high elevation and cooler temperatures in Monteverde, but now it was time to switch gears and head to the beach town of Manuel Antonio, where it was hot and humid. Also, the rainforest is right next to the beach, which gives us an opportunity to see a different set of unique animals. Before we check into our Airbnb, we grab lunch with an absolutely stunning view of the ocean. Wow.
Hey, we're walking in Manuel Antonio in the street. Here's what it looks like. Our place is on top of that hill.
What you don't see is that we had to climb up 100 flights of stairs every time to get to our Airbnb. This wasn't fun in the humidity. Here's a quick tour of our place, which is perched on a hill and has an amazing view. The place we were staying at was amazing because we were able to spot wildlife from right outside our window. Every day, these same 2 to 4 scarlet macaws would visit us. They were really loud and vocal, and it was really entertaining to just sit there and observe them. Some people travel to Costa Rica and never get the chance to see these birds, so we totally lucked out. We didn't get to see these capuchin monkeys until our last days in Costa Rica, but we're so glad that we did. After not seeing them for the first couple of days in Manuel Antonio, we read more about when they're usually active and made sure we were out there at the right time to spot them. Capuchin monkeys are a charismatic primate species which thrive in the lush forests of Manuel Antonio. They are recognizable by their distinctive brown and black fur and expressive white faces. Capuchin monkeys are really smart and live in social groups called troops. While there, we also saw toucans, falcons, parrots, and even this little guinea pig-like animal called an agouti. The beaches here are known for their pristine white sands and crystal clear turquoise waters, making them a tropical paradise. The first beach we went to was Playitas Beach, which was really hidden and you had to hike through a stony path to get there. This beach was small and felt really private, away from the crowds. Since it was really humid during our stay here, being in the water was an instant relief. Vendors came by with these fresh cold coconuts, which were about $1 each. The next beach that we went to was the main beach, Playa Manuel Antonio. As you can see, there were more people here and the beach felt more vast and open. At each beach we had to pay around $20 to rent beach chairs, but it was well worth it to be able to lay down, relax, and catch the cool beach breeze. And that wraps up our trip to Costa Rica. We had a wonderful time in nature and chilling with all the animals along with the beautiful lush rainforest backdrop surrounding us. We had to drive this windy road for 3 hours at night to catch our flight in San Jose in the morning, which was pretty gnarly if you know how Costa Rican roads are. Anyway, check out our next videos when Kelly and I travel to Japan.